Hey guys, today is June the 29th of 2018 and I want to go over the dollar peso using double D Gann price and time technical analysis. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Alright guys, so this is going to be an update on this currency. They call it the exotic. I like that. So if you've been watching my videos and following my videos, I was showing you the system I've been, messing around with, and so far I've been liking it. Trying other things too. You just never get, never settle in with something because always something is changing, and you always want to learn and keep learning. So on the trend trading system strategy, I came to a conclusion, and using other stuff, not just this, using statistics, mathematics, market geometry, WD Gann, esoteric teachings, law of vibration, planet cycles, you name it. I came to a conclusion that we were at a top on the peso. I'm not saying it's the all-time top. I'm just saying it's a swing top. If you notice me, I'm more like a swing trader. I'll scalp here and there, but, I like to ride swings. One wave, go up, maybe short it again, do the second wave, that kind of thing. I got different ways of trading. The goal is to make money, right? So that's how it is. So I got short on the 21st at 2050 right up here. So I'm going to show you how this all came to be. First off, I do statistics on the peso. And what I came across, and this, I showed you videos. You could do this yourself. Look at machine learning and using statistics software. I came to a conclusion that in the month of June, the peso normally makes a swing high. And when it sells off, it normally, statistically, with probability, it makes a swing low between July and August. Leaning more on July because the statistics are stronger, it makes a swing low. So right off the bat, there's something causing it that in June it goes up and in July it goes down. From there, I started doing some geometry, cycle analysis, and everything, and a lot of stuff was confirming it. So once I got the crunching number statistics behind me as a backup, then I used the geometry, the Gann grid, using cycle analysis and everything. And then lastly, I come to this chart, this is where my signals kick in. Because I already know somewhere in June it's a high, And I've you can look it up when I first, and this all happened just because I heard of a guy on a podcast or on video. I think it was YouTube. Maybe it was a podcast where he mentioned that he's been trading the peso and has been very successful. I was like, let me go check it out. And then I was curious. I was like, wow, this thing is just trending higher. Looked at TradingView, talked to some guys there, and I say, hey, you think, I think this could probably be a little swing top here. Some people, no, I'm a trend buyer. I just buy, pullbacks. I'm not going to predict, tops or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me do some research and some homework, and I'll, keep you posted on my analysis. You could always check it out. I could be wrong, but when I came back with my analysis, I said, hey, there's a chance that there could be a swing top this month. We just got to narrow it down to the day and use my machine learning, neural nets, and just a cluster of things, and you just come to a conclusion, it's going to be somewhere around here. And the machine learning picked the 20th. The high was on the 15th, so we did the machine learning didn't nail the 15th, but it nailed when it was going to drop, what was the 20th. And I went ahead and got short on the 21st at $20.50 and change. And what I used to get into that entries, first of all, this is the big kahuna. This is the ones you really want to follow. This is more like intraday. I mean, if you really want to get intraday, then you look at, and I showed you these charts already. The 5, the 15, the 30 minutes. But here, I just used the 4-hour, the 180, 12-hour, and the daily, weekly, and the monthly. You can see the monthly, it's still intact, very bullish. On the weekly, you can see that we just had a sell signal on this candle that this week that we're in right now. It's turned red, but you can see that this candle was already kind of getting tight. The trend is still up on the weekly. On the daily, you can see that here on the 18th, it started getting weak, and we had a sell signal. And on the 19th, it got even weaker. So you had 2 days of confirmation within the Hikanashi candle, not the trend. The trend is still showing that it was up. The trend changed on the 21st. So you got the 21st that the trend changed. Say that fast and you end up like me. On the 20th, you had the sell signal from the neural net machine learning. A lot of cycles are showing that it was on the 20th, anywhere, the 15th, just in this ballpark. We're showing that there was a possible turn. So you got change of trend candle. You got the 20th, Hikanashi says, the machine learning says sell. And then you got a sell signal on the 18th. So you got all these things confirming, and you just had to make a choice. Am I going to sell, or is this just a bear trap? So I went ahead, and what got me in the trade here was this pop right here. Once everything was turning right here, turning, the first buy signal that kicked in on the 4-hour was right here. So this was going to be my entry. Once this 4-hour candle came up, green, right here, it came up. This was the resistance level I was looking at, 2050. Boom, perfect. Sell, write it down. This was another opportunity that came in here, right here, to short. Boom, shorted, write it down. I didn't short this one. I'm just showing you as an example. So that's that. And you can see that it's just a wave that builds up. And this is the 4-hour. So this is where we're at right now today. Another thing that you have to keep in the back of your mind is that this Sunday is election days in Mexico. So things could get a little crazy over there. So you just have to just tune in and watch the news. And if, I don't know what's going to happen, who's going to win, but whoever wins, and this peso, reverses, you just got to get out. But statistically, like I said, we normally make a low in July and August, depending. So let's look at this chart. So right here, we made a wave 1. According to the analysis on this software, it says that wave 2 will start anywhere between July 4th, level-wise, anywhere between 1959, which we're really close, and 1891, somewhere around here. But it doesn't tell you exactly where, date-wise, is going to be the swing low. And then, we come to my other software here. And this is where I've been showing you the analysis. Let's see. We'll start off with our neural net. So if you see my last video, neural net said short on the 20th. It's going to bounce on the 28th. And then you short it on the 29th and possibly can make a swing low anywhere between the 5th of July and the 26th of July. And it's going to go up. So far, and this is the first time, I am using this machine learning neural net, and, and I just, with confidence and faith, I'm testing it live. So far it's doing good. We got to see how this July turns out. If it's forecasting right, maybe you could miss some things here. But so far, this is the forecast. So let's see how it pans out there. Let's continue with our analysis. Using cycle analysis, you can see that we made a swing low here. And don't get confused. This is a lot of things traders get confused. They think when they see that on the top, that means that prices should have gone like this and then go like that. Cycles invert. So instead of going up, what it did, it went down. And then this is going up. You can see right here, it just kind of pulled back a little bit, but continue with the cycle up. And somewhere around right here, the cycle turned. Right here. Somewhere, anywhere, you could have been forecasting, well, you know what? I know in the month of July we're going to turn. So anywhere between the 13, the 14, the 15, it's going to turn. And maybe could do a swing low somewhere around the 11th, 12th, whatever, 13. I don't know if I'm hitting a weekend. But yeah, somewhere around there could make a swing low. Or could make a swing high and have a fail new high and then do the real low somewhere in August. Like inverted, you see? So instead of making a high here, it's making a low with the cycle high. Somewhere between the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So pretty much something like this could happen. Fail new high, and this is just me speculating. So it's just kind of show you how cycles work. I always get a lot of emails and like, man, but the cycle was up. No, the cycle is telling you there's a possible turn. You just got to wait for the market to tell you what it's going to do. And then, if you see it going down, then and this is up, and you're like, you know what, maybe it's going to go up. And that's what happened. Somewhere around here, we may get a pullback. And then it happened that it pulled back down and then continue going up. And here now it's just pushing down. Now this remains to be seen all the way to the 12th. So cycles do help you. Lastly, what I wanted to show you, well, maybe a couple more things. Let's see. So these are seasonalities, and you can see that the seasonalities were pushing lower, and some of them kind of bottom out the 9th. This one bottoms out the 16th. This one bottoms out the 18th. This red line was last year's price action, so it shows you that it bottomed out somewhere between the 18th, 19th, 20, around there. So, and this one, I believe, is an annual decimal, and it bottoms out somewhere around the 27th, around there. So, if my forecast is correct, somewhere in July, we're going to make a low and maybe start shooting higher. But there's some cases with analysis that in August, it makes a low too. So we'll see. Using some of Gann's astro technique, we could look and see what happened. And we can see that on the 20th, no, this was actually on 19th, we had Mercury, Venus cross the north node right here. Could it be that this triggered that sell-off? I don't know. But I'm just showing you the things that Gann will look at and see in the future if this, or in the past, and then do some analysis to see what happens when Venus crosses the North Node. Right now, dates coming up will be the 3rd, somewhere around there. So that kind of coincides with the wave. The 4th, which is a Wednesday. So the 3rd is what, a Tuesday. That is Mercury crossing the North Node. Lastly, will be the Sun crossing the North Node on the 28th. So that kind of lines up with the decimal annual swing low. You see how things kind of show here. Let's take this off. And that's just using, I believe, that's Geo. So if we go to the Helio, an interesting thing you'll see here is that the Sun crossed the North Node, and that was the 15, and that was the high. So there's something going on with the North Node, with the Sun, with Venus, and Mercury, with the Mexican peso. So this is more the esoteric, deep stuff of Gann. A lot of people don't even look and mess around with this. This is just spooky stuff. This is like crazy. This is like deep in the end. And that's when people like, hey, man, nice talking to you. But this is the stuff that Gann kept secret and just said the world is not ready for this kind of stuff. So looking outside in, all right, the Sun is something up with the North Node. Right there on the 15, it crossed, and boom, that was the high. Now we come down. The Sun crosses Saturn, boom, you get a pop and then a sell-off. And this is where we're at right now. Days into the future to look at will be the 3rd and the 4th. Could be a possible swing low. We'll see. There's more involved in this, but this is just showing you techniques that you could use in the future. The 11th, you got the 12th. You got the 17th. These are just the North Nodes. And then you got the 23rd. The 27th, you got a nice little cluster of 2 planets. So that's a strong vibration. I call these clusters of strong vibrations right here. And then you got the 31st. So these, we'll see how price actions behave when they get close to these dates. But that's using the Helio ephemeris on that. I think that's it. I don't got anything else to show you. Got cycles. I show you everything else. Yeah, so we should be good. Let's see how July. Let's see Sunday first of all. So we got to watch the news, and if you see the price action go nuts, I won't hesitate to get out and see what happens after Sunday, and maybe look at Monday and Tuesday, see how it behaves. But that's the only risk you have on Sunday if you're trading the Mexican peso. So keep your eyes out. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the peso, and let's see how far down does it go. Make some money.